A lady walks with a husband and has pain, and then walks with the son-in-law and doesn't have pain. She's puzzled. Can you help her work it out? A lady says to me, why is my hip and back pain so much worse when I only went for a short walk? I couldn't walk much further. I had to stop. I had to have a rest. And then out of necessity, I had to do a longer walk, and yet I didn't have any pain. So let's explore that scenario. Walking is walking. The terrain is the same terrain. The person is the same age, give or take half an hour. One walk's painful, the other walk's not. The scenario was the person has gone somewhere with a husband, meeting a family member and going to spend some time with a grandchild a little bit early. And the person has an anticipation of pain, normally with doing things overloaded in terms of walking and bending. The husband wants to go for a walk whilst he's waiting for the event to start and suggests a walk along a certain loop. The person who has the anticipation of the pain doesn't think it's going to have chairs or resting points there. The husband says, yeah, it'll be okay, there's some over there, I'm sure there's some. She doesn't really believe him, but goes anyway, feels as if she's a bit obliged to fill that time with the walk. Starts on the walk, the resting points aren't there, and she knows this walk is going to be a little further than she would prefer, without the rest she'd like, and the pain comes on. Says, I can't walk anymore, I'll have to go back to the car. And that's what happens. Then she goes to the event to observe the grandchild, and to get there it takes a longer walk, but she goes with somebody else, another family member, and it's a longer walk, and there is no resting points, but she doesn't have any pain, and she's puzzled by it. So she's walking a longer distance with no pain and a shorter distance with pain. I said to her, there's an additional factor to the walking, and it says the stress you feel during the walk. It's the relationship you're in during the walk with who you are or what you were thinking about. And she said, oh, it was really stressful, the first one. And she described how she felt when she was walking. Well, I felt as if I didn't want to go, but I did feel obliged to go. I knew there wasn't resting places, and I went anyway. I knew he was making it up that there was some, and thought that once I got there I wouldn't be able to stop. So she felt she'd been manipulated and almost could see it coming. And this doesn't mean the partner's a bad person at all. We've all kind of played the game with partners where you suggest some things that you might want to do that they might not want to do. So it's not a judgment on that. It's just how the person feels during the walk is key. When she compares how she walked with the other family member, no pressure, going somewhere that's going to be quite enjoyable, something that you can get lost in the activity without any pressure to be a certain pace or do something for anyone, almost just be there. And that difference in intent and in intensity in terms of the stress chemicals is the thing that determines whether you'll be in pain or not. Now for her that was a light bulb moment, because she was frightened the pain was due to damage and pushing hard, but couldn't quite work out why the pain wasn't there at times when she was still having to do the walk. So we almost miss the emotional state we're in because we're in it. So it's quite hard to see when you're in it, because it might have felt normal for a while, and it has done for her. But if you can create that gap in what's expected and what's experienced, then actually you challenge that from a structural point of view. Say, well, if you had structural changes, you wouldn't be able to walk that distance, would you? It means that the fear again of the structural element starts to drop. Doesn't mean you go crackers with the activity of that part of your body. It means the fear drops and you can start to expose that part of your body in terms of activity and speed and tolerance at a sensible level, where if the fear isn't present, neither's the pain. See if you can notice activities that you do in some circumstances that are painful and others that are not. There isn't structural explanation for that. It's the emotions behind what you're doing that you're maybe not picking up on until the pain appears, and then you attribute that pain to the actual wrong thing. Puzzles every day. Keep seeing if you can work out your own puzzles, and you might work out your own pain.